going to explain about my book report entitled The Professor by Charlotte Bronte. So before I start to do that, I thank to Mr. Bahren as supporting lecturer of the course, and it give me an opportunity to make this video as my final examination. The first point is character. The main character is William Crimsworth, the protagonist, an orphan who was educated at Eton College after being taken in by his uncle, turning down their offer for the post of pastor because he doesn't believe himself to be good for the role. Breaks with him for his late father's house and becomes a trader. His time in Yorkshire as a clerk for his violent older brother was brief, and he left for Belgium, where he became professor and met his wife, who was his student. He was educated, religious, and healthy, of not handsome. I said to myself, William, you are a rebel against circumstance. You are a fool, and I know not what you want. You have chosen trade, and you shall be a tradesman. Look, I continue mentally. Look at the city, smoke in that hollow, and I know that there is your post. There you cannot dream, you cannot speculate, and theorize that you saw out and work. Page 12. I show my own reflection in the mirror over the mantelpiece. I amuse myself with comparing the two pictures. In a face, I resemble him, though I was not so handsome. My features were less regular. I had a darker eyes and a broader brow. In a form, I was greatly inferior, thinner, slighter, not so tall. Page 13. The second character is Lord Tynedal, Honeycombe. It was William's maternal uncle who attempts to appoint William Chancellor of Seacomb's Keep and marry him off to one of his own cousins, all of whom is very much disliked. William suffered all ties to these relatives and has title to do with them in the remainder of his book. And the third character is Charles. He is seemed to be William's only friend at Eton. William wrote him a letter detailing his activities since Eton and right after his first meeting with Edward at Crimsworth Hall. This letter served as an introduction to the books. Charles didn't reply to the letter, for he had already left for one of the colonies. He is an invisible character. And the fourth is Hanson, the one who freed William from his brother's clutches. He shut her up with context in a brothel, and the two became good friends. He is a quick, worldly, but unattractive man whose taste in a woman is similar to William's own, and his remains a lifelong record. And the next character is Monsieur Bronte's Pellet, the French principal of a boys' school in Belgium, who hired William and becomes good friends. He then betrayed her to ensure the retailer's affection, whom he later married. the other character is Madame's Reporthe. She is Zorid's mother. And then the other character is Madame Pellet. She is Monsieur Pellet's mother. And then Eulalie, she is Hortense and Caroline friend, and she is also a student. And the next character is Hortense. She is shame like Eulalie. She is Caroline friend. And then Caroline, she is the same group with her friend Hortense and Eulalie. Well, the next is Sylvia, other student. She is another student. And the next picture Crimsworth. He is son of Williams and a French Saiffudin Henry. And the last one character is Edward Crimsworth. Williams' ratherless older brother, he was an accomplished merchant owner of Yorkshire, married and more handsome than his brother, jealous and of his brother's education. He treated Williams cruelly. He then lost his fortune and his wife, only to be rich again by the end of the Well, now I am going to tell you about the synopsis of novel Professor. This novel is the story of a young man, William Crimsworth, and is a first-person narrative from his point of view. It describes his maturity, his career, and as a teacher in Brussels and his personal relationship. The story begins with a letter William had sent to his friend Charles, detailing his rejection of his uncle's proposal that he become a priest, as well as he was meeting with his wealthy brother Edward. Looking for work as a merchant, William was offered a flagship position by Edward. However, Edward inspired William's education and intelligence and treats him liberally through the sympathetic action of Mr. Hanson. William was relieved of his post but started a new job at a boys' boarding school in Belgium. The school is run by the friendly Monsieur Pellet, who treated Williams with kindness and courtesy. Before long, William's achievement as a professor reached the ear of the neighboring female principal. Mademoiselle Reporthe offered him a position at his school, which he accepted at first. Captivated by her, Williams began to think of the idea of falling in love with her. But then the overhears her and Monsieur Pellet talking about their impending marriage and their cheating treatment of her. William began to treat Mademoiselle Reporthe with cold courtesy when he saw her natures. He, however, keeps trying to pull her back by pretending to be kind and caring. He asked him to teach one of his young friends who hoped to improve his skill in the language. William saw the promising intelligence in his student and slowly began to fall in love with him. Jealous of the attention Francis received from William, Mademoiselle Reporthe decided to remove Francis from her post and hide her address from Williams. After a long search, he is reunites with friends at the cemetery and they renew their acquaintance. It is revealed that while she was trying to make herself friendly in William's eyes, Mademoiselle Reporthe accidentally fell in love with her herself. Not wanting to cause conflict with Monsieur Pellet, William abandons his plans. Williams gets a new position as professor at a college, allowing him and a friend to marry. The two eventually open a school together and have a child. After achieving financial security, the family traveled around England and later settled in the countryside close to Mr. Hansden. Well, now I will tell you about the strengths and weakness of the novel. The strengths of the novel is the first one is the words in the novel are a bit difficult to understand. Well guys, now I will tell you the strengths and weakness of the novel. Strengths, the first point is the words in the novel are a bit difficult to understand for novice readers. And then the second point is the character is a bit unclear. And the last point is there are some ambiguous sentence structure. Well, now the weakness of the novel. The first point is the storyline is very good and it can motivate the reader. And the second point is a lot of new vocabulary that we can meet and memorize. And the last point of the weakness in the novel is the ending is clear and it does not hang. Alright, this is the conclusion and a closing of the book reports. The novel is very good to read because there are many things we can learn from the meaning of passion, effort, and hard work has shown, so as to motivate all parties, especially young people. So I, as someone who has read it highly, recommended this novel. So thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.